I'm not ashamed to own my Lord, nor to defend his cause. Maintain the honors of his word, the glory of his cross.
Hello, I'm James Brown, and on behalf of the Eastern Church of Christ located in Toronto, Canada, I'd like to welcome you to today's edition of Walking Through the Bible, a podcast where we seek to study the Bible and the Bible alone. Please stick around afterwards for information on how you can contact us. But for now, please go to the book of Genesis, and we'll turn you over to Jeremy Dieselkamp for our study of the day.
Thank you, James, and welcome to all of our viewers. This is the 132nd lesson in our study of Genesis. On Saturday, we covered Genesis chapter 38, verses 12 to 23, discussing how Judah had sex with a woman disguised as a prostitute, who was in reality his daughter-in-law Tamar. If you missed that episode and would like to watch it, you can find it and all of our other podcasts on our website at www.eastendchurch.org. You can also find them on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/EastEndChurchOfChrist under the Walking Through the Bible Genesis playlist. Today we're going to begin with Genesis 38:24 and read through verse 30. The text that you'll see on the screen is from the English Standard Version, but you're welcome to follow along with any version that you have. So let's now read Genesis 38, beginning at verse 30. About 3 months later, Judah was told, "Tamar, your daughter-in-law, has been immoral. Moreover, she is pregnant by immorality." And Judah said, "Bring her out and let her be burned." And as she was being brought out, she sent word to her father-in-law, "By the man to whom these belong, I am pregnant." And she said, "Please identify whose these are, the signet and the cord and the staff." Then Judah identified them and said, "She is more righteous than I, since I did not give her to my son Shelah." And he did not know her again. When the time of her labor came, there were twins in her womb. And when she was in labor, one put out a hand, and the midwife took and tied a scarlet thread on his hand, saying, "This one came out first." But as he drew back his hand, behold, his brother came out. And she said, "What a breach you have made for yourself." Therefore his name was called Perez. Afterward his brother came out with the scarlet thread on his hand, and his name was called Zerah. If you recall, in this chapter we've been discussing the children of Judah. Judah's firstborn, married a woman named Tamar. Because of his wickedness, was struck down dead by God, as was Onan, Judah's secondborn, for refusing to raise up seed for his brother with Tamar. Shelah, Judah's thirdborn, should have been given to Tamar for this purpose, but Judah decided to delay until Shelah was older, hoping that maturity would prevent him from being struck down dead by God. However, Tamar got impatient, and so she decided to take things into her own hands. She dressed up as a prostitute and seduced Judah into having sex with her. As we read of today, this sexual encounter resulted in a pregnancy, which is exactly what Tamar intended. About 3 months later, Tamar's sin is fully found out as she is showing signs of being pregnant. The English Standard Version here uses the word immorality, which is really too soft of a word to describe the sin that Tamar committed. The King James Version uses harlotry here, which specifies exactly what she committed. She had committed fornication, and for that, even under the law of the time, she deserved to be put to death. In the future, under the law of Moses, that death would have been by stoning, and only in extreme circumstances would it be by burning. But it seemed that burning was the custom here. Why was Judah the one making the decision? Because as Er's widow, Judah was responsible for her. Tamar, though, knew who the man was who got her pregnant, and so, before they burned her, she showed Judah the signet, the cord, and the staff, and told Judah to identify them. Judah, knowing that they were his, said, "She is more righteous than I, since I did not give her to my son Shelah." He thus prevented her from being killed. Was Judah pronouncing Tamar righteous here? No, but he is saying that she is less culpable than he was. This teaches us that even though all sins are equally reprehensible before God, they do not all bear the same consequences. Judah felt that he had caused her to commit fornication by not giving his son Shelah to her, and thus he was partly to blame. Let's not assume that the actions of Tamar were justified, but mercy was given due to Judah placing this stumbling block before her in the first place. Judah saw his sin, which caused him to repent, as is seen by him never having sex with her again. About 6 months later, Tamar went into labor, and behold, twins were born. During the labor, one of the twins put out his hand, and the midwife tied a scarlet cord around his hand to signify that he was the firstborn child. However, the child put his hand back in, and the other child was born first. The midwife said of this child, "What a breach you have made for yourself," which is applicable to those who sow discord or create distance between brethren. He was thus named Perez. The second child, the one with the scarlet cord, was born next and was named Zerah. Why were these children important? Because both would be named in the genealogical tables of Jesus in Matthew chapter 1, although it would be through Perez that the Messiah would come. With that, our time is up for today. Please join us, Lord willing, tomorrow when we will continue our study of Genesis, beginning with Genesis 39, verse 1.
Thank you, Jeremy. And to our viewers, we also thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Should you have a question or comment, please leave them below or email them to answerintheword@gmail.com. We'll try to respond to you as quickly as we can. We hope you'll join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow when we will be continuing on our study of the book of Genesis. Goodbye for now and have a great day.
I'm not ashamed to own my Lord.